Recording in progress. Hello, all you great, grand, glorious Leos. This is Maxine Taylor, and I have your May horoscope right here. But before I jump into your horoscope, oh, it's beautiful. Just want to mention, some of you know that I was updating my first book I ever wrote called Now That I've Cast It, What Do I Do With It? This is the final proof. It is now updated. And what I've done is include more information on the north and south nodes of the moon. You may already have a copy of Now That I've Cast It, What Do I Do With It? But some people just keep updating. So there's the latest. And if you combine that with hidden messages in your birth chart, you will, in my opinion, have an awesome arsenal, so to speak, that you can use to better understand you and your clients, because I'm about encouraging you to express the astrologer within. So this is the latest, and this one came before that one. So I hope that they're helpful to you. Now, let's talk about your glorious forecast, shall we? First of all, Mercury is going retrograde on the 10th. We're in the shadow of the retrograde now. It feels just like it's retrograde. No, you're not going crazy. When it's in the shadow, it feels like it's retro, okay? You can start a new project when it's in the shadow. However, there's so much confusion going on during the shadow that you may not be able to get the thing off the ground. And we do not want to start a new project while Mercury is retrograde. Wait until after it goes direct in June. I'll have more information next month. And after it comes out of the final shadow of the retrograde. Okay. I think we're going to wear glasses so we can see. Oh, much better. Okay, so let's start with Mars, the planet of energy. It's what you fight with and fight for. It is passion. It has been hidden in the 8th house of other people's money, of secrets. And you have been digging because this has activated your ability as a psychic detective. On the 24th, Mars moves into that beautiful 9th house. You have the answers to those questions that you were looking up. And you're willing to take what you have learned and apply it on a larger scale. The 9th house deals with our principles, our beliefs, our concepts, our higher mind. And so you're finished digging. You're expressing after the 24th. Now, Venus, the pink planet, the planet of love, it is in your 8th house, and your whole concept of love and money has been undergoing a change. 8th house planets help you help other people, either financially or with their own values. On the 2nd, Venus moves into your 9th house, where wherever Venus is what you love, where your concept of love is able to express beautifully. You may be able to travel. This is the house of long distance travel, of higher education, and the higher mind. And so with both Mars and Venus in that 9th house, you're passionate about your principles, and they involve love and taking a stand. Then on the 28th, Venus moves into your 10th house, and that's the area of your career. And so you become a loving leader. Your popularity increases, and it's time for upward mobility. Now, the sun, the yellow planet, is the giver of life, the center of life. And it has been and will stay in your 10th house of your career, of leadership. And when Venus comes along, which it will after the sun moves into the 11th house, Venus will take over and bring an element of love to you, to your public image. With the sun in the 10th house, you're a natural leader. Now, you might say, well, of course, I'm Leo. And that would be the truth. But there is even more leadership potential. On the 20th, the sun moves into your 11th house of friends. And so you become a leader in your friendship circle. The humanitarian in you is awakened. And it's quite beautiful because this is when you can be a friend to all. Now, Mercury, as we know, is going retrograde on the 10th. It has been and will stay in your 11th house of friends, hopes, wishes, and humanitarian projects. Mercury is what you think about and talk about. And it's in the shadow now, so you may be questioning those things. On the 22nd, it moves back into your 10th house, and you're rethinking something about your career. Did you apply for an advanced position? And did they keep you on hold? Well, you can review it and decide if you want it. And they'll decide, of course, if they feel that you're right for the job at that time. But you can talk about moving upward in your career with Mercury in the 10th house. I love it. Mercury doesn't go direct until June. So let's talk in June, okay? Now, on the 16th of May, we have a full moon, and things come to a head on the full moon in 25 of Scorpio, but it's not just any old full moon, it's a lunar eclipse. And what this does is, it is a double whammy. When you have an eclipse, it doesn't last for the duration of the eclipse itself, so to speak. With a regular, well, let me just get to the bottom line here. When you have an eclipse, it is more powerful, more emphatic, and more meaningful to you than a regular, ordinary eclipse. It's in your 4th house of home, family, and real estate. So this area of life is going to be activated in opposition to your 10th house, and it will balance the 10th house career. See what I mean? Okay, 2 weeks after this beautiful eclipse, we have a new moon in your 11th house of friends and group activities. It's going to be on May 30th, and it is in 9 Gemini. Find 9 Gemini in your birth chart and combine it with this new moon. That's where the energy starts moving in the area of friendship and humanitarianism. It's quite beautiful. And with the sun in your 11th house at that time, you are the natural leader of any group you're involved in. So I hope you have a marvelous May, and join me in June when once again I take a look at your forecast. Until then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.